Space in the middle.
I can go on the other side there.
If you go on the other side, that would be great.
On the other side, I'll go on the other side.
Yeah.
Am I gonna be all alone?
Yeah. Back a little bit, you guys. The circle is kind of in the middle for the dancers, so back even a little further.
Okay, back.
Yeah, you can go back by D. Just a little. That seems good. Feel free to make some noise if you want. Just in the space and the other instruments. So one of the aims of the warm-up is to find out, you know, who the loud instruments are, who the quieter instruments are, you know, kind of what people are comfortable with. People like Bonnie with wind instruments, they tend to be loud because you need a certain amount of breath going to make the damn thing work. And it's supposed to,
even doing
and
electronics.
it's supposed to make noise, you know, playing in a band with 20 other bands. So. And then there are people who do very quiet things.
He still doesn't think I'm house
Yeah, where's the trust?
talking. And Deep does whatever the heck he still doesn't. We just sometimes just play video games.
Can we do names? Is there people here that I didn't see?
Yes, we can do names and we can do the tune-up score.
Tuning score. I see. Yeah, we'll do.
So I was just getting everybody
Okay.
powered in. Do you need, if I give you another power cord, you can move a little
I have a
forward.
nice view of
Do it
everything.
nice.
Get on my email.
Oh, high plate, you definitely need your pie plate.
Take the pie plate.
Take the pie plate. Yeah.
I was just kidding. Damage it.
Well, when people feel free to use the middle of the space, warm up and listen to the musicians around.
Okay, I'll get my knee pads again.
So the movers, part of the score, the movers are participating challenge.
The movers.
Yes, yes.
So there's the slowest to fastest, the smallest to biggest.
Okay, Joe suggests movers, moving. Kind of show the people your dynamic range because they're going to be working with you. So give them a little idea of your vocabulary.
Okay.
So
I'm not
from
sure.
slow to fast. And
I'm gonna start with sound making
Okay.
and I might go
it would be
back.
nice to have somebody move so they can.
But I think I was moving yesterday, but I'm moving tonight.
That much energy to it. Paul, so you want to show, so we're just doing warm up, so the movers, we want you to like get in the middle maybe and give the musicians an idea kind of your range and your vocabulary. It doesn't have to be, you know, it doesn't have to be loud.
Okay.
Just,
I'll be right back.
just
I'm
so
gonna
they
grab my
can-
knee pads.
Can see kind of, you know, what you do
Okay.
and we're encouraging them to make some noises right now.
Okay.
Then we're gonna go into some scores and.
Okay, maybe I'll get my knee pads too, since Paul went running for his. I don't know
Yeah,
what
sure.
that
Yep, yep. So feel free to make some noise.
Feel free to make
It's
some
warm up period. Yeah, anyone can move.
True. I didn't have to go buy it.
The other hint to that is music scores during the week.
Yeah.
There's absolutely nobody there Tuesday.
Yeah. Right.
Or Wednesdays at 1.
Right.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Oh, the tape reader. Cool.
What have we noticed? All right. Some people's sounds are much louder than others. And if you're going to be in any kind of effective grouping together, we have to calibrate the level of sounds so that the quietest sounds don't get overwritten by the loudest sounds. So what we usually do in this kind of tuning score is to play as loud, all together at once, play as loud as we possibly can, and then drop the loudest levels till we find a happy medium. Okay, this is just to inform our performance. All right, make sense?
Cool.
So try that.
Lead on.
Loudest.
I'm so sorry.
Because we know that you can, trombone.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm just,
Oh,
No.
be merciful.
no.
And actually,
No.
the way we actually say it is as loud as we're going to play today.
Okay, reasonable. Okay.
Okay, that good?
Thank you. Yes.
No, it's
Loud as possible.
as loud as you're going to play.
I'm sorry.
It's like actually a violation.
Yeah, I'm sorry to all of you. It's too advanced.
It's like no.
I don't know.
There it is.
Okay, now that we have a sense of how to kind of moderate ourselves in terms of volume, let's do a round of free improvisation together. Let's go for about 5 or 6 minutes and see what happens. Is there anything you want to add to that?
No, I think that's it. Let's just see what happens, and then from there we'll figure out
What the next,
if there's a problem and how
well,
we
what
deal
the
with
next
it.
question is.
Yeah, what the next question is. Yeah. All right. So about 5 minutes.
5, 6 minutes, find an end. Which is another,
Do what?
5 or 6 minutes of free improv.
Free improv.
Everybody.
Everyone.
Everybody.
Everyone. All the movers, all the musicians, all at once.
With the goal of
Okay?
hearing everybody?
Well, it's free improv.
It's free improv. Yeah.
So what do we observe? What did we just, what happened? What did we see? What did we hear? Anybody?
I heard everybody playing at once, at least when we started.
When we started.
Yeah.
So when we
But
started.
then I noticed a few people sort of had decided that they would take a little break and let other people come through. So that was interesting.
And the movers
Yeah,
were in continuously the whole time.
they were, yes. Yeah.
What else did we see?
I noticed like a nice moment where it's more percussive kinds of sounds throughout and more of the melodic instruments kind of dropped out to make way for that.
You transition from sound to movement.
Movement with making sound with the movement.
I noticed Earman was watching the movement artist fairly closely. Yeah.
Joe, let's
Yes.
feel a little
I noticed
music
Earman was
for
watching
you.
the movement.
People are too damn careful.
Okay.
Yes.
Too damn careful.
You want to expand on that?
Do I want to expand on that?
Yeah.
Well,
What exactly? What do you mean by careful or?
what I mean by careful is that, in my opinion, that's all it is, my opinion, that the moment of improvisation, whatever we come from, wherever we come to, wherever the hell we're doing, is about emotion. Yes, it's about listening, but it's also about challenging, it's about leaving space, it's about going forward. I use this in my thing all the time of, oh yeah, I want to be loud. To be really soft like this is actually incredibly hard for me, physically. You know, I practice this, but it's incredibly hard. It's also not necessarily that fulfilling, maybe would be the word. Even though I can listen and respect, you know, I understand the quiet noises, I understand what Al's doing, I understand, you know, and I can appreciate the moment of quiet. But personally, I'm not here to be quiet. If I'm quiet, I'll stay home. But in general, that there has to be a balance, just like there is in a conversation. If we were having a verbal conversation right now, maybe we talk about something and, you know, everybody's really calm, and then somebody gets very excited about something, and somebody else jumps in, and we handle this almost automatically now in our group conversations with words. And so we need to do that the same with music. So, for instance, Kelly,
Kelsey.
you can play really loud. Well, get going. You know, get out there and come back. Don't be afraid to speak up. No fear. This is not the time for fear. This is not the time for holding back. It is the time for consideration, and I try my best, even if I get way out there and scream and make a racket, I come back. I will always come back and make room. So I'd say not to be so careful, not gonna hurt anybody.
So, to run with that, you bring up a very, very good point about conversation as a metaphor for the work we're doing in improvisation. And right now, we're having a fairly moderately toned conversation. And we have kind of inbuilt rules about what happens when we get really loud and aggressive and make a point. Right?
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
but if Walter and I are going to have like a one-on-one back and forth, I mean, that may be
But
one
I want
particular, yeah, right. Maybe one kind of conversations, one kind of performance. We're trying to expand palettes here. We want to expand different modes of relationship here. Another metaphor that I like to use in this work is consider this group here. It's a social group. We are entering into a social contract, essentially. My background is in dance, and if you start making big, hard, kind of aggressive movements, you can hurt people. So, listening is important, and being considerate and aware of others is important. And, in our social lives, we know people who are not naturally loud and not naturally inclined to get their voice out, but they have a voice anyway that I want to hear. So.
But I may add, yes, they have a voice anyway. But nobody's making you do this. Your mom's not here making you do it. The money's certainly not making you do it. Nobody's making you do this. So if you come to a performance situation or you put yourself in a performance situation, this is not the time to be shy. There's no purpose in that.
And to your point, in my improvisational strategies with sound, except for yesterday, I always make sure that I can bring the noise if I need to, and when I want to, and when it's called for.
Yeah.
But I don't live in that realm all the time.
I also have one more thing to say.
Sure.
One more thing to say. This applies really to amplification. Amplifiers, all of them, are designed to project sound. You don't start hearing them until you're 5 feet away from them, really. And when you're solo, this kind of doesn't apply. But as soon as you're in a group situation, especially with other amplified beings, and you're in a concert or whatever, then this does apply, that you cannot even get a sense of what your amplified sound sounds like really when the amplifier's in front of you. I mean, that's some of the most ridiculous stuff I've ever seen. You can't hear it. You can't hear, and the difficulty, the challenge in an amplified improvisation thing is really balancing your sound, which always sounds louder because you're there, than it does, across the room to somebody else, or how it balances with other people. So the amplifiers, I feel, should be behind you.
Totally agree. In settings like this, where especially circular settings, I believe the amplifier should be behind the musician. Absolutely.
Maybe in a wider, like if this was a lineup straight across, maybe tilting the end amplifiers a little bit. But that's the thing to think about in a group setting.
So,
Okay.
bringing this back to
Yeah, let's move on here.
one of the things that we were talking about at the very beginning is that when we started, everybody was in at the same time,
Right.
and some people dropped out. Now, what strategies were people using? What were you doing when you made a decision to stay in or stay out?
I was looking for who to have a conversation with next.
So there's a conversation metaphor again. Very
Yeah, I
productive.
had a really good conversation with Bonnie a few times, and I had a really good conversation with Kelsey a few times. Yeah.
Anybody else?
I could strategize, but I don't, because I just really work very intuitively.
Mhm.
I could, if I know I'm working with a strategy and I'm given a very specific, like score to work with or something to do, then I stick to it. Like I'm a real stickler for sticking to one when there is one. But when there isn't one, I'm just incredibly intuitive.
So intuition versus rule-based.
Yeah.
I usually want to focus on what someone else is doing and see if there's something there that I can play with.
I guess I would listen to like inside my head, like if I felt like this would sound better with the thing I have in my head, you know, then I'll add. But if it's like, oh, well, I can't even really hear this other cool thing happening if I'm playing on top of it, then I would lay out.
So you're making improvisational choices, goodness of fit.
Good, yeah. Yeah. Well, one of the things that I always remember, like one of the first kind of things is the 50% rule. In other words, if you're gonna play for 2 minutes, be quiet. And the dancers thing, it's like, you know, was it,
So
don't just
don't just do something.
Don't just do something,
stand there.
Yeah, silence is part of your vocabulary, and in a dialogue or a conversation, it's a very important part, because it's the part where you're listening. And my friend Kat Hernandez always used to say, if you're thinking about what you're playing next, you've lost it. Don't worry about what you're playing, listen. And that'll tell you what to play. You'll know what to play.
So what Walter's suggesting in this 50% rule is a way of looking at time. You know, if you have an 8-minute piece, you know, you decide that we're going to run for 8 minutes. So this is part of the social contract. I was talking about 8 minutes. That's a container. You decide just I'm only going to be in for half of that time, and you can partition it however you want. So be in for 4 minutes and out, or enter and exit. Perhaps enter and exit as you are called into dialogue with somebody else. But just be conscious that you should make, or you have the option to make entrances and exits.
Good. Well,
Okay, so let's try that.
do something.
Let's try that.
Yeah, let's try that. Yeah.
Let's go for 8 minutes
Make 50%.
and just stay in for 50% of the time, however you want to do that.
All right.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize this was the talk. I probably shouldn't have even started. I have to go, but continue. Well, not yet. It's gonna take me an hour to pack up. Thanks, everyone.
Well, that'll be your contribution.
Don't forget your.
My silence is coming.
Your silence is good, yeah.
Don't forget your metal plate.
Oh, I won't forget anything, don't worry.
Just go get another copy.
Everyone ready? Begin.
Bye.